Hey guys, I released an icon video going over some of the icons I think we should pay attention to going into next month or tomorrow, and stupid me forgot that they changed the method of how they do it. So if they received a prior upgraded card like Mike Modano or Brian Leach, they still receive the +1 at the end or beginning of the next month. So that really changes things. So we're going to go over all the icons that I think you guys should pay attention to going into December 1st, because I think they might have some good value because it's not very difficult to get power-up collectibles right now. So let's go over the cards I think you guys should pay attention to going into December 1st. All right, guys, so yeah, like I mentioned, they do receive the +1 upgrade regardless of if they had other cards released. Like Mike Modano jumped up to an 86 overall, and he's been kind of one of the more sought-after cards just because of his size and his skating. I do want to point out, though, that it does not look like he is going to get a speed and acceleration boost when he gets his 87, which would be tomorrow, but he does have Fly the Zone already, and he's so big. Make It Snappy is interesting. I also mentioned this later in the video. Make It Snappy, I think, has some effectiveness. I'm going to do a really in-depth tryout of it because all wrist shots are basically, you know, being coded as snapshots. So just something to keep in mind. But this Mike Modano card has been phenomenal just because he's 6'3", 92 speed. But just be aware that it doesn't look like his speed is going to go up on December 1st. Then we've got Nick LIDSTROM. I've talked about him since basically the start of the year. Again, he received a huge increase to his skating. And from 88 to 89, he did not receive an acceleration or speed bump. He will hit 91 speed and acceleration when he hits December 1st. He is still one of the better icon cards to try and go out and get. He is kind of expensive right now, but he's one of the best left-handed defensemen with Silver Shutdown and Gold Quick Pick, and now he's going to be one of the faster ones as well. So if you are lucky enough to have him, I would definitely upgrade him. If you put Thief on him, he basically has max defensive awareness and stick checking. That's huge, and it's only going to get better throughout the year. I think he's one of the safer ones that you can keep upgrading, at least for now, because his speed will jump up to 91. Also, I want to touch on Ray Bourque real quick. In the prior video that I had up for a little while, someone mentioned you forgot about Ray Bourque. I'm just not huge on his abilities at all. He is going to get an 89. It looks like there's no way he is going to get a speed increase, though, but he does have 91 acceleration and 91 speed already, so it's not like he really needs it. 88 defensive awareness. You have Throw Thief on him. Very, very good card. So he is definitely one of those cards that does fall in that range. Now, something to keep in mind, guys, he's got 79 body checking and is only 5'11", meaning you are not going to bump anyone off the puck with him. So just keep that in mind, and that's kind of the reason why I shied away from him prior. It literally might go 2 tiers before he gets his next upgrade, just based on how the overalls fall, because getting 3 in a row is pretty rare. So just, again, keep that in mind. First, with the Anaheim Ducks or the New Jersey Devils, Scott Niedermayer, he's got his 2 tiers. This is one of the cards that you can get from the seasonal trade-in set. This is what I did on my No Money Spent team because he was actually a pretty decent card, and you got him for free, guaranteed. As often as I can, I like to avoid the massive risk in opening up packs and taking cards that are a little bit safer because you know what you're getting. This Scott Niedermayer card has been phenomenal. Now, when he flips over, as you can see, speed only goes up by 0.5, guys. So the issue with power-up icons is as you get further into the year, you're going to see it's going to cost quite a bit to go up to the next tier, and there's no speed increase, and if there's no new synergy that's ideal or new ability, it gets kind of tough to keep upgrading these guys. There are a few, though, because power-up collectibles are so easy to obtain this year that you can take advantage of. For example, you get 4 just by playing Hut Rush, so keep that in mind. Now, Scott Niedermayer, he did not get his speed or acceleration increase when he went from his 85 to his 86 last month. When he goes to his 87, he will be guaranteed to go up to 90 acceleration, 90 speed, and everything else will go up by +1, including with Gladiator on, he'll have 87 body checking, defensive awareness will go up a little bit. I think this is a decent valued card just because, A, you can get him for free by doing the seasonal trade-in. If you're no money spent, you can lock up having a decent left-handed defender for the majority of the next few months. Obviously, he is going to get replaced at some point, but 90 speed can last you until, like, you know, basically early February before it's really tough to play against some players. They're doing a very good job at holding the power creep by not releasing cards that are very high overall. They're being very careful at keeping the overalls a little bit lower. So Scott Niedermayer, someone to pay attention to. The next would be the 83 Pat LaFontaine. He will go up to an 86, and as you can see, his 84 to 85 did not get a speed or acceleration increase. He's got 90 acceleration, 90 speed at his 85. He will go up to 91 for both. His agility will also go up to 87, and he's got fly the zone or wingman, meaning that he will have 93 speed if you so choose to go that route. His shot is also going to be in the high 90s, or sorry, the high 80s, low 90s, and then his body checking is a little bit lower, but again, for a right-handed winger, you could even play him at center if you are someone who's very, very good on the draw. But I just think, again, he's going for the bare minimum, like under 100,000 coins. This isn't a bad option if you, maybe you got him untradeable, or you're trying to steal a right-handed winger that you can get for pretty cheap. This Luke Robitaille is going for about 80,000 coins, and again, he does not have his tier 4 yet. When he goes up to that, he will go to 91 acceleration, 91 speed. Starting to see a theme here. Gladiator will get his body checking to 80, but that's never really his strong suit, but he's always a very, very good skater in game, and silver close quarters is a very, very good ability, so keep that in mind. Again, a left-handed winger that you could get for very cheap, and again, the upgrade cost 15,000 coins for his tier 2 is very cheap. I'd rather pay the coins than the collectible, and then you can throw in the collectible to get him to his 85, and then obviously in December 1st go up one more, so I think that he might be a decent target as well. Howie Morenz is another one. I know these are a lot of small players, but they have value and use in NHL 23. You can just straight line down the boards. It's a very, very easy in NHL 23 with especially how ineffective pochecks and defense is in this game. And again, when you look at Howie Morenz, he's going to have 94 speed, 94 acceleration on December 1st with Ankle Breaker, which isn't a very, very good ability, but it can help with players that have low agility that are very fast. I think that does help out quite a bit. And then look at that wrist shot, 91 accuracy, 90 power, just a really good combo of players or attributes, and I think that one that might have some good value when he goes up to his 86. Ray Ferraro was one of the GOAT icons last year because you got him for free and he was such a good skater. Again, he will go up to 90 speed, 89 acceleration. Very good on the draw, though, so keep that in mind. Again, extremely cheap to upgrade. It's going to cost you 20,000 coins to get him up to his 84, and that's actually decent value just because of that face-off rating as well. When he gets his 85, he'll touch 90 in terms of speed. His shot will be in the high 80s. I think just a decent card for you to use if you are looking for a cheap centerman. All right, on to some of the more expensive ones. Paul Coffey, always very expensive, but he will go from his 87 to 88. He will get 90 speed, 91 acceleration with elite edges. This is basically a left-handed version of someone like Mike Green, his master set player item. Very good card. His shot will be in the 90s. His defensive awareness will be great. So if you've got Paul Coffey, his next upgrade will be pretty good for you. So just keep that in mind. He is going to cost you quite a bit, so I don't think the value's there, but he will be a very good card. And then lastly, we got to talk about Mike Gartner. He is about to be the fastest player in the game, essentially, because he is going to get 96 speed, 93 acceleration. However, it's his endurance that's brutal, but that's going to go up to 81 as well. And if you get Heart and Soul on him, which is maybe a little bit more easier to obtain if you've got someone like Solani's Master Set, because it might be a focus for you. Just one of the fastest card in the game. And I have a theory that Make It Snappy might be effective. The reason being is that after the whole Hut Rush thing, every single wrist shot that you think you're taking is almost always being registered as a snapshot no matter how you shoot it. So I'm going to try it out a little bit longer or a little bit later on in the week, but this is going to shoot way up. 96 speed is 96 speed, so keep that in mind. So guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Some of the more value icons that you should pay attention to going into December. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.